everybody, Ev here, welcoming you to episode 7 of the Show Up Show. Episode 7 will be the last episode of this season. But don't worry, we'll be back in a couple of months. Season 2 is going to come out with a vengeance. So today, since this is the last episode for a little while, I want to leave you with two things that I hold near and dear to my heart. Right? These are two things that I use to guide myself forward. They've got me to where I am, and I think they'll continue to drive me forward as I go. Alright, as we talked about before though, I'm always willing to adjust and adapt, so maybe these won't serve me at some point in time, but for now, they've got me here, and I still think that they have a lot of benefit moving me forward. The first one is this: if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. So having fun is something that I use as one of my guiding philosophies. So one of the greatest things I ever heard, and I don't know where I heard this, and it bugs the crap out of me that I can't think of it or with its origin or its source, is this: wherever you go, find the person who's having the most fun and get as close to that person as you can. Hang out with that person. Spend time with that person. That person knows how to have a good time, probably not just in that scenario, but in life in general. Those are the people that you want to hang out with, the people that are having the most fun. Because the people that are having the most fun are usually those that are the happiest and the most fun to be around, right? Because they're having the most fun, they can show others and give others permission to have fun as well. And who doesn't like having fun, right? Who doesn't like enjoying what it is that they're doing? So for the longest time, I found that I was being motivated from a place that wasn't very powerful, right? And it took a powerful conversation with the most powerful people I've ever spoken with to really bring light to that. And since then, I've decided and made that conscious choice to switch to using fun as my motivator. So when I go into things, I ask myself, how can I have the most fun doing this? Now, this doesn't mean that challenges won't arise, right? But here's a very, very important thing to understand and remember, right? And maybe even recognize for the first time. Just because we're struggling with something does not mean we need to suffer. Let's say that one more time just to make sure you got that. Struggling does not imply suffering. And that's very important because, yes, things can be challenging, but we can use that as an opportunity to get creative, to grow, to explore, and most importantly, to play, to find our way through or around or over that challenge. We can work our way through it. And if we're going to do it anyways, why not have fun enjoying the process, right? How can you have more fun? How can you have more fun in your life? That's number one. The second thing I want to leave you with is this: action is everything. So there was a reason why I dedicated an entire episode all around starting before you are ready. And the reason is this: most of us will never take action, right? When I was in college, I used to consider myself someone who had a lot of great ideas. And while some of them were probably pretty good, most of them probably weren't. But that's beside the point. The point I'm trying to make is this: I had a bunch of ideas, but nothing ever came from any of them. They were just that. They were just ideas. They never manifested anything. And even some that did, I would distract myself with things that I thought were activities, right? Things that would not move me forward towards what I wanted and considered that action. That wasn't action, that was avoidance. Nothing happens without action. Now that seems simple, right? It seems silly to say, well, if you don't do anything, nothing happens. That's kind of obvious, right? Well, it is. But a lot of obvious things in our lives don't come about, or we don't remember them, especially when we need them the most. Right? They don't happen when we need them. We can't seem to call upon these things, these obvious and simplicities when we need them most. And this is one of them. Because a lot of times what will happen is we spend so much time thinking, we spend so much time analyzing. There's a reason why analysis paralysis is a thing. We get so wrapped up in the details, so wrapped up into the thought, that we're paralyzed from taking action. Well, the best way to break free from analysis paralysis, from the fear of taking action, is to do just that, is to take action. If you want anything in your life, no matter what it is, you must take action towards it. That's the only way you're going to get there. Again, it sounds so simple, and I think what happens is we try it, and then nothing happens the first try, right? We took action, it didn't immediately result to anything, so we're like, well, clearly this doesn't work. So then we started looking for tips and tricks and shortcuts and hacks and all these different things. And still, those didn't yield to anything. There was no substance to them. But really, all we're looking to do is find ways to re-motivate us to actually take action. That's the only thing that's going to move us forward. Now, can that be challenging, right? Could there really be some obstacles that are standing in the way? Yes, but moving forward doesn't mean you have to take a giant leap. It might mean just one step. But again, nothing's gonna happen until you do it. If you wanna wait around thinking and hoping something's gonna happen, that's fine, all right? That's fine. There's no judgment on my end, but I can promise you, I can guarantee you that in a year's time, when you're wondering why you're still where you are, that you'll look back and think, oh yeah, maybe he was right? So don't wait around for something to happen. So good things may come to those who wait. That's a pretty good maxim, and I understand what it's trying to say. It's trying to indicate that there's importance in patience. And there is. Patience can be a virtue. But here's the thing. When we take that at face value, we think waiting means doing nothing. No, what that's trying to say is good things come to those who wait, really is just good things come to those who are patient and embrace the process and understand that things aren't going to happen overnight. It's just not how it works. Really what it should say is good things come to those who are patient and show up and do their work every single day and are patient in the process and are diligent in the process, who are determined to do whatever it is they want to do, who are determined to take action every single day, who do show up with their head down, do the work with their heart up, and show up every single day with power, passion, poise, and purpose, right? All these things are what are going to drive us forward. It's simple, yes, but do we forget it sometimes and kind of get lost in the mix? Absolutely. But sometimes we just need to be repeated a few times, and sometimes all it takes is one way of hearing it differently for it to really settle in. So those are the two things I want to leave you with. I've really enjoyed filming the Show Up Show, and I've had a really good time doing this. It's forced me to push myself in ways that I hadn't before. So thank you. I'm truly, truly grateful that you've embraced this process with me. It's been a lot of fun for me. I hope it's been a lot of fun for you. I truly appreciate every single one of you who are watching this right now and who may watch this in the future. Please, as always, let me know what you think. We'll see you soon.